Daily Broadside, day 495. Today I saw a video of a swordfish. If you ever had swordfish, by the way, you'll know that it's very good, very good. It's very tuna-like, but excellent fish. But you know, the big swordfish you see with the long spear, nose, snout thing you see on the harbor end seafood restaurants, that cheap seafood. It's not really seafood. But anyway, I saw one of those, and they're out there fishing for these things, and somehow this thing, it wasn't like on a line, it just came into the boat, just comes flying in the back of this big, little yacht thing they're fishing off of, and it's all over the deck and just ruining everything because it's freaking out. You imagine if you're a fish, right? You're a swordfish, you're just swimming around, you've got just acres and acres to play with because the endless ocean is just boundless. I mean, you can't ever find the edge of it. You just swim wherever you want. And you're kind of a bigger fish, so ain't nothing really messing with you. You got this big, cavalier sword on the front of you, like a scimitar, whatever those things are called. You basically got a sword on the front of your face, right? So you got a nice little weapon, and you're floating around, everything's cool. You've made it long enough. You're a quasi-adult swordfish. Let's say if you were like a human, you'd be like the equivalent, you'd be in like junior college. You're a JUCO swordfish, right? You're just swimming around, then all of a sudden you come out of the water like you tend to do, and you land in the back of a boat, and now you're like knocking over fishing buckets and rods and reels and bumping into people and tables, and everything that you're bumping into, you can't even process in your little swordfish brain, like, what is all this? I don't even know what I just bumped in, but you're just defiling the whole back of the boat. That's got to be a pretty deep, dark moment, and I don't know how you get a swordfish that's got to weigh 200 pounds or so and is flailing around. It's not like he's going to chill out and give you a moment to help pick it up, because there's like 3 dudes on the back of this boat. It's not like they can calm down, little swordfish, we'll throw you back in the water. Nah, ain't none of that. I guess you just got to beat it to death with an oar or shoot it with a pew pew. I don't know how you get the thing back in the ocean. I mean, your object was probably to catch one. One just jumped in the boat, might as well take it home, But anyway, I'm sure that was an interesting problem to solve. And Mitch McConnell, you and Feinstein and Schumer and Pelosi, everybody. I've said this so many times, and I'm glad it's starting to get a little traction. I mean, the Democrats tried to get Feinstein out because she's an idiot. She can't process thought anymore. She had a staffer telling her to vote yesterday, or how to vote. Congress has so many weird rules and stipulations and bylaws and all this crap. There's got to be something whereby staffers aren't allowed to vote in your stead, right? But Mitch McConnell, here's my Mitch McConnell. Here's Mitch McConnell at a podium. And I blinked, so I really messed up I messed it up. It was bad. But anyway, dude, go home, man. Y'all, nobody should be doing anything at age, 72 plus, okay? Just take it to the barn. You're done. We don't need you anymore. All these people, and not that they're really running the country. There's people behind the scenes running the country. They're just the face men for it. But would you ever let anybody, is there a problem in your life where, and I'm not talking about life advice, but if a water main bursts at your house, you gonna call a plumber, or you gonna call an 89-year-old plumber? You ain't calling an 89-year-old guy to do anything at your house. They don't, there's a useful time in your life, and after a while it just goes away, and you just need to go out to pasture and be cool, right? You've been doing too much. You've been doing too much. And this was a perfect example of now they're, wanting that dude to get out, which is great. I think that's great. He's 89 years old. The last thing I want to do is wear a suit when I'm 89. I don't want to do that when I'm 49. That's dumb. And I saw a video yesterday or the day before of an elephant who was painting an elephant. Now, it was like a stick figure of an elephant, but it was pretty impressive. Now, granted, I don't think the elephant can comprehend that he's drawing an elephant. I think he's just, been taught to trace this particular outline. But here's my thought, right? I'm watching this and I'm like, it's pretty impressive, I mean, I know we can teach monkeys sign language and stuff, but now we've taught elephants how to paint. And this dude's got the thing wrapped up in his little trunk, which, by the way, they don't drink out of. They shove the water into their mouth, which I think that's so funny. You got this straw attached to your face, and yet you have to suck it up, and then shove it and blow it into your mouth. That's so weird. Why don't you just suck the water in through your nasal cavity, right? If my nose was long enough to reach a body of water, I would just snort the water. I wouldn't blow it into my mouth. This is dumb. Anyway, so the elephant. Do you know how hard you have to beat and abuse an elephant to teach it how to paint? I'm talking like you got to get like a series of car batteries hooked up to its ball sack to get it into enough shock therapy that it's just, yes sir, and it paints. Because you don't just get an elephant, you don't just brush an elephant's ear, scratch him behind the ear. All right, let's paint there, Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed elephant. And no, you beat that thing with like sticks of bamboo till you can't even beat it anymore. Unfortunately, I'm not endorsing that we beat elephants, but P.T. Barnum. But I know it happens, And I'm gonna go to one of these days. I'm gonna go to one of these truck stops, and I'm gonna go to church in one of these mobile truck chapels. I'm gonna try to get baptized there, and I'm gonna keep coming back every Sunday. And I'm gonna go to a church and see how many times they'll baptize me. How about that? You just keep coming back. I'm here to get baptized, and they'll be like, "What? You just got baptized last week." I'm like, bathed in the blood. Just continue. Let's continue this, right? I get baptized every week. I wonder if they would object. It's not like it costs anything, as the water's already in the tub. But more to the point, can you get baptized in one of these mobile chapels? It's basically just a 53-foot, 18-wheeler cargo that you're in church in. And I mean, you could put like one of those troughs that like horses drink out of that you can get at like Northern Tool, something like that. We're gonna find out. I know that much. Y'all have a great weekend. Hey, get it.